just continuing on from the video, just so y'all know, you know what I mean? Like, don't look at the struggles as if, you know, we're foreign to it. You know what I mean? Or, you know, it won't get better. Things are getting better and it's getting better faster. But I do urge y'all to get y'all, if y'all are traveling and y'all are planning to leave on the second Exodus, realize we're not leaving in just like one big group. We just got through from being targeted to be extinct. Do you get what I'm saying? We're leaving, and you know what I mean? There's watchmen and watchwomen, you know, put in place, and we're leaving in groups. So those who are leaving with whoever, y'all make sure y'all got y'all passports. Y'all make sure y'all got y'all time set ahead, because where we're headed back to, it usually takes 2 years to process everything and then get there. Do you get what I'm saying? But the route that, you know, that I'm taking, that a lot of us is gonna end up taking, is going up north to the North Country, because it's written. You know what I mean? It's written that we're coming from the country of the North and we're gathering there as well. And then it's gonna be like, you know, as we go along, we're gathering, and more and more and more. You feel me? So that's what that is. But I want to tell y'all something. When the angel came to me, you know, Gabriela, and she came in the form of a paisita, you know, and when I was, and it was like downtown San Diego, and I was just sitting there, you know what I mean, looking at these idiots, you know what I mean, just out in the open, operating whatever, you feel me? And I'm just like looking at them like, and mind you, I just got through from doing a decade and a half. I went in when I was a minor, you feel me? I didn't really mess up at all, like zero as an adult. You know what I mean? This was all from juvenile, from as a minor, you feel me? So I'm looking at them like how easy it is for individuals to just throw their life away, you feel me? And I'm just looking at them. And one of them comes, oh, you got a cigarette? I said, no, I don't smoke. You know what I mean? And he just back off, you know, he is going. And then, you know, this was when, you know, I was being stalked or whatever. And she came up and she said, you're gonna bully the seats? And I looked at her and I was like, no, you can sit down. And mind you, she didn't want to sit down. She said, no, I'm all right. I said, I just don't want them over here by me. And she's seen how much I hated evil. You know what I mean? They were trying their hardest to try to get me to do drugs so they can spike, lace it up, and then that's an easy kill, overdose. You feel me? And they do that. You know what I mean? When they don't got the heart to do, like, you know, like back in the days how it was done. You know what I mean? They would do it sneakily, little by little. You know what I mean? Regardless, she talked to me, and when she started talking to me, I looked, you know, I looked around, I looked up in the sky, everything paused. Everything paused. Birds in the sky paused. I looked to the people that was trying to distract, you know what I mean? Talking out the side, like trying to indirect their comments in my direction, because that's how the smear campaign was. And their faces were disfigured, and they were biting their tongues, and they were possessed, and they didn't even know it. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at them, and I look back at her, and she's just smiling at me. And I realized this is Gabriela. This the archangel. You know what I mean? I recognize her voice anyway. You know what I mean? So she we prayed, and she told me, she said, when all the court processes is done, when all the paperwork is finished, gathered, when all your you know, your affairs are gathered, then you leave. That's why like it don't matter for me, you know what I mean? Because this is for me. It don't matter, you know, whether I went back east, it don't matter. I was keeping a promise when I came out to Washington, you know? So that promise got kept now. You know what I mean? And seeing her and remembering the visions that I've been having for years off and on rapidly. I end up driving back, and then I end up leaving. Now they're saying that I get off parole next month. And then they saying that it's another one next year sometime, like, you know what I mean? But, I'm appealing it because it's way over my due time. I already did that 3 years. If they fail to do the paperwork, then they fail to do the paperwork. It's not, oh, we just want to hold on to you. You know what I mean? That's how the smear campaign was when they were gang stalking. You know what I mean? And that station where I was at, they were involved with that. You know what I mean? So now that that's over, though, you get what I'm saying? Oh, I'm looking at it like this. There's a bright side where we're headed. And I was also told, don't worry. Do not worry about what's on the other side. Everything's already prepared. Just get there. Promise you will get there. Promise you will leave. No matter what, leave. Promise. And I told her, I promise. And we prayed. She cried a little bit. And she smiled. And she got on the bus. And when she got on the bus, they were released. Their faces went back to normal. And they were like, what happened? What did they talk about? What was this? What was that? Like, everything went still. Like, they didn't hear nothing. And mind you, they real nosy. Real nosy. I mean, when you got people hiding by doors, hiding by walls, hiding by vents, hiding by anything that windows, anything that they can try to eavesdrop your conversation, realize they don't got good intentions for you. They're not good people, period. And something bad is getting ready to happen to them. You get what I'm saying? And everywhere I've been, I noticed places get funded and then they start doing weird stuff and then they get defunded. It just goes to hell. You know what I mean? It just goes down, And it all starts when they start trying to target me, when they start trying to speak against me, when they start trying to do stupid little ignorant things, you know what I mean? But when you got favor, you got favor. You see, I know my bloodline, I know my story, I know my path. You get what I'm saying? And it's so exciting that, with everything that's transpiring, mind you, when I was driving back, coming back up to Washington, because I return, I come back, the planes were, at that time, the planes were falling from the sky, bam, all onto the land, and it was a big hand that was coming out of the ocean, taking up the big ships that be having the crates on them and throwing it to the land. So it was a lot going on when I was driving back, and seeing what's happening now, realize how much Satan hates us. Realize how much, Satan don't want this world to be atoned for. In order for this world to be atoned for, we have to get back. The 1,000 years haven't even started yet. We have to get back. You know what I mean? We have to get back. And I already know they're finna check my blood. You feel me? Because they need to trace everything back to Christ, back to Adam. Do you get what I'm saying? And they're gonna do that regardless. You feel me? Like, and I'm acceptable of that. I don't care. We got a gang of land. You get what I'm saying? Like, the castle has to be rebuilt, which I already seen. You know what I mean? I seen everything. Like, I literally seen it, So it's a good thing. And I'm so literally excited. You feel me? Like, I'm excited that what's getting ready to happen, it cannot be stopped at all. You feel me? Can't be stopped at all. Like, but realize why they tried to stop it. And I said it before, like, when this country was first founded, they started smallpox. That almost wiped everybody out. That was the first sign of self-destruction. Do you get what I'm saying? And then after that, it's just been like off and on, you know what I mean? Then we had the pandemic. You know what I mean? Now that's over. Now everybody that was breaking the law during the pandemic is getting moved on. Like, it's so many investigations, and then, with everything that's happening in the administration and stuff, you know what I mean? Is I don't want to say it's a joke, but I want to say it's so many trying to cover up. You know what I mean? So it's entities trying to cover up, and there's so many more people that's trying to do good, that's aiming to do good. Like, like, if we have to, like, we will go to war, like, within, you know what I mean, and end this. Like, you're trying to use this against us while being against us and playing on it, like, as though, you get what I'm saying? Like, I understand the whole thing, but my mind is set on leaving, because that's our mission. We have to get back. In order for this country to actually and literally even survive, we have to have that second exodus, because the world has to be atoned for, and it's gonna be atoned for. That means indestructible. That means indestructible. We got 1,000 years to live. Do you get what I'm saying? No aging, no nothing. We just got 1,000 years to live. And then we have to teach, when the kids come along, teach it to them, and teach it to them, so they know what happened, how it changed, and how to keep it that way. Then we leave to the new earth. But that's down the line. Do you get what I'm saying? We got a powerful move. We got a powerful step. Not everybody needs to know your business. Not everybody's coming along. Some people are staying. They're going to fight for what's right. They're going to do whatever it is, but that's their mission. They're staying. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make them not children of God. It just means that's their mission. They're supposed to. You know what I mean? After all, it does says the wicked will perish and the meek and the righteous will inherit the land. Do you get what I'm saying? So y'all just be prepared. You know what I mean? And I'm going to keep you posted. I'm going to keep you posted. You feel me? Like, I'm going to keep y'all posted always. You feel me? And those who are coming along with me, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. You know what I mean? And just prepare for the sightseeing and have fun. You feel me? Like, this is what it is. Where we're headed, we're only going to be there for a few years, 2 at the most. Then we're traveling back. We'll be back home. You feel me? In the land of milk and honey. You feel me? So whatever y'all doing, just keep a low profile. Do what y'all doing. Make y'all money. You feel me? And keep in y'all head, if y'all leaving, keep in y'all head that's what's happening. In Jesus' name, amen. It's King Rip. Y'all have a nice day.